Automated online mastering services. They are honestly a dime a dozen. Heck, I even have my own service, so pretty much everybody's got them. So in today's video, we are actually going to be looking at Slate Digital's VIRTU and seeing how it performs in general, and then also against a real mastering engineer like myself, so that you can see if it's a service that is worth using for your music. So if you want to learn more and see how it performs, stick around after this introduction. Welcome everybody, I'm Dan Spencer and I am the Audio Sorcerer. So if you are into music production, audio mixing, mastering, and especially if you're a music creator, then this is the channel for you. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you can be part of our community. So in today's video, we are talking about Slate Digital VIRTU, which is their automated online mastering service. So in this video here, we are going to master a song with it. We're going to take that song, we're going to analyze it, see what the service did to it, and then we're going to put it up against a master I did of the same song and, see who comes out on top. So if you do end up liking this service, I have a link in the description below where you can go try it out. You do get your first 2 masters for free, so make sure you use that link below. And with that being said, let's get into this video further and let's actually look at the pricing first of Slate Digital VIRTU. So pricing for the Slate Digital VIRTU service comes in 2 different flavors. So if you don't have a Slate All Access Pass, you can pay $4.99 per master, and you do get the first 2 masters for free. Now, if you have the All Access Pass, you get 3 free masters a month. However, if you need to do more, you can activate the pay per use feature, and then each additional master will only cost you $2.99. So now that you know the pricing, let's actually get to mastering a song with Slate VIRTU. Alright, so I'm logged into my Slate Digital account and I am on the VIRTU webpage here. So it's important to note here, as you can see at the bottom, that only waves are supported. So don't try to master an MP3, which you shouldn't do anyway. And recommended sampling rates are 44.1 and 48. So all you have to do is simply just drag your file right onto the page here, and it's going to upload the song, and then we can actually master it. Alright, so our song upload and analysis is done. It didn't take very long. So essentially we have a finished master here based upon the base parameters. So for style here, it defaults to universal. And then for the loudness target, it defaults to streaming standard, which is -14 LUFS. So this is a very loud rock song with heavy guitars, little dynamic range. We're probably going to utilize the rock setting right here, but we're also going to try a reference track and see how that does. Now we're also going to change this to CD level because the master I did was mastered around -8 LUFS, so we won't have a fair comparison. So with that being said, let me set our loudness target to CD level. Next, I want to upload our reference track so we can get that out of the way. So all you have to do is click the reference track button here, and then go find the file on your computer. All right, so the song is uploading now. And by the way, this is a Shinedown song. I feel like this is a good reference for the song that we're mastering. So after this is done uploading, we are going to listen to the universal profile first, then the rock one, and then this reference track here. And then we're going to choose which one we think sounds best.
My patience can't stand you running round and round in circles without a thought of coming down. Each and every day, my patience can't stand you. Today, my patience can't stand you running round and round in circles without a thought of coming down. Each and every day, my patience can't stand you. Today, my patience can't stand you running round and round in circles without a thought of coming down. Each and every day, my patience can't stand you.
Alright, so I spent some time listening to these 3 styles on my studio monitors and also cross-referencing on my Slate VSX headphones, and I've decided on the rock style. I feel like that was the best one overall. Universal was good. It was a little bit thicker in the lower mids, and then the reference track had a hair bit more high frequency, and I felt like rock was just a good balance between all three of them, so that's what I decided on. Now let's look at the advanced controls next and see if there's any further adjustments we want to make. Alright, so I enabled the advanced controls by clicking this button right here, and our first advanced control allows us to adjust the frequency balance. It provides us with a low and high shelf in which we can either boost or cut, or we could do nothing to them. And I already like the frequency balance of this song. I don't feel like it needs any more highs, any more lows, or cutting them, etc. So we're going to leave this on default. Our next advanced control allows us to add compression, and we can either do that with a balanced, punchy, or aggressive setting. This song is being mastered to -8 LUFS. The last thing I want to do right now is add any compression to it, so we are not going to do that. And then the last option here allows us to add some stereo width, which we are going to do. So we're going to turn this on here, and we're going to leave this on balanced. You can either go between balanced or wider. I don't recommend ever using wider. Stereo imaging can really jack up a master, so you got to be careful with it. And balanced here should do good for us, okay? So that concludes our master here. So all we have to do is simply click the master button, and it's going to master the song based upon the settings that we set. All right, so our song is done being mastered. So the last step is to download the song. And to do that, we just have to click this button right here and then save the song wherever we want on our computer. So now we're going to take the song and we are going to throw it into Expose 2 software and do an analysis on it. All right, so I have our master loaded into Expose 2 by mastering the mix. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on what the software does. If you want to know more about it, check out my review/tutorial on it popping up right now. Now, we are using the software to make sure that we are hitting the proper specs. So if you look at our first section right here, this is letting us know that our integrated LUFS is -8.7, which we set it for -8, so basically we hit that goal. Our true peak level is -0.93, which is basically -1. That is what I shoot for when I master my songs, so that is good there. We have no phase issues. We have good balance between left and right. And the only issue that we have here, and it's really not an issue, is the loudness range. And that's basically our balance between the softest and loudest parts of the song. And you can see right here that it's lit up in red. That usually means bad in most cases. But for this here, loudness range, I don't really care too much about that. So overall, this master here passes the Expose 2 test. Now let's put it in Pro Tools and put iZotope's Tonal Balance Control 2 on it and see what the frequency balance looks like.
Running round and round in circles without a thought of coming down. Each and every day, my patience can't stand you. Running round and round in circles without a thought of coming down. Each and every day, my patience can't stand you.
All right, so our master is looking really good regarding frequency balance according to Tonal Balance Control 2. So the idea is that we keep this white line here in the green area at all times. And as we were playing the song, if you were watching, the white line never went out of the green area, and that's what we want. So something to notice here, this master did kind of scoop out the lower mids a bit and had a little bit of a boost on the higher mids. So that's actually pretty common in modern day mastering. So this is following standards, which is good. So this definitely passes our frequency balance test. So let's now listen to the Slate VIRTU master against my master.
Do you think I can land on my feet? Do you think you're so perfect? Yeah, yeah. And the future lies with this pain. I don't care who you're gonna blame. You're so predictive when I push you away. Every day
All right, so there you have it. That was my demo of the Slate Digital online mastering service, VIRTU. So in the comment section below, let me know which master you liked better and why. Now, some key takeaways here is that this is actually a very good online mastering service. Regarding our loudness targets for today, it actually met them, and it met them very well. And then we saw with tonal balance control 2 that the frequency balance looked really great. So those are really the two main things I'm looking at for an online mastering service, and it passed both tests. So definitely this service gets a thumbs up by Audio Sorcerer. Now, if you guys did end up liking this service, again, I have a link in the description below. Make sure that you go get your 2 free masters.